Thanks so much for joining me. Today we are doing a Get Ready With Me. We are featuring this set right here. We'll be using all of the items in this. This is the Healthy Glow Summer Essentials set by Chanel. I thought this was a gift with purchase of sorts, but I added it up and it looks like all the things inside of it would not add up to this price tag. Let me know what you think. So you're paying a little extra for this, and this is much nicer than a gift with purchase. If you saw the unboxing, it's got fabric lining inside and it's got pockets in there. The hardware is very nice on this as well. And this handle does flip up like this. So that is very cute. As I said in the unboxing, whoever is in Chanel marketing, they are really capturing the audience's attention with things like this, with the denim collection. So I think they have found a way to get people really excited about their products, and I love the Beige line anyway, so I was happy to pick this up. I do have this palette in Soft, the new one. I did a Get Ready With Me featuring that palette. I do have it on now. I've got on other Beige products. I do have on the lip, the cheek, and the mascara and the highlighter. Those are the items that come inside of this set. So if you'd like to see the Get Ready With Me and hear my thoughts on this set, please keep watching. I always like to share what I prepped with, just so you know what's on my skin. So I prepped with this eye serum. It's by Chantecaille. It's the Blanc Peony eye serum. And then I went in with the Biolifting eye cream. This one right here, which I've used pretty much in every video. It just works really well with any kind of makeup. And then I'm testing out this Blanc Peony face serum. So I've got that on, and then I followed up with the Blanc Peony face cream. So if you have dark spots, this is a dark spot corrector line that I'm testing out. And so far it's really nice and hydrating on the skin. It absorbs well. It doesn't leave any kind of residue on the face and works well with makeup. So we'll see in the long term how well it works, but that's how I prep my face today. Okay, let's do really simple base. We've got the Beige. This is a water fresh tint in medium plus. Now I noticed, I don't know when this is going up, but I noticed that the site has a serum concealer that looks like it's really for the eye area. There was like a B30 and a B40, and in concealer sometimes I'll go lighter. It depends on if it's peachy or not, so I'm not sure which one to get, but as soon as that becomes available I will get that. But I'm going in with this Hermes brush. I mean, brush is not necessary with this particular product. It's really nice, but I like this brush, so I'm gonna use it. And if you're not familiar with the Water Fresh Tint, not a new product, but it is encapsulated powder, so it can set itself, which I really like. So we probably won't powder here. On BD41 in Chanel foundation. That's my ideal shade match. That is the Water Fresh Tint in medium plus. It's really just evens out the skin tone, doesn't perfect it at all, but just gives it a nice overall evenness. And I will go in with concealer here in a little bit. And I have to say, I do use more of this product when I use it. Usually I'll use like less than a pump of foundation, but I think I've got like 3 or 4 pumps here. It's one of the most unique products. I've tried others by brands that kind of look like it, but they're not the same. And when it sets, you can kind of feel it. Something I learned from Chanel makeup artists is that they were able to look like they had a tan by using something that was slightly deeper. I think they had a trainee in Hawaii, and they applied this like deeper shade, and so it's like a tint, like a skin tint. So I'm going to take a little bit of this as a deep. It's definitely deeper than my skin tone, and then apply it to my forehead. Yeah, so when I sheer out deep, that's the color, so it's not really that intense. Can be used as a bronzer of sorts as well. Yeah, it has a really nice dry down to it if you haven't tried it before. Now I have the other concealers, these, which are newer by Chanel. So I have BD41, the Ultra Latent. So it's got like a frosted glass, and I noticed the ones in the new concealer have a clear glass, and then I think the applicator is maybe ceramic. Going in with a color corrector peach on my dark spots here. And then just on my chin, we'll do a little bit of under eye concealing, just lightly. I don't normally do that, but I thought let's compare it to the Sarah Creole. I did that. Oh, I actually think that might I'm not sure the sequence actually, when that's going to be showing up. I'm just stippling it in. And this will be interesting to note how this product does with the blush. Yeah, because depending on the concealer underneath and the blush I'm going to use, sometimes they can interact and it can lift. So we'll see if it lifts off this Chanel color corrector. Now I'm taking BD41 and I'm going to go those broken capillaries there and under the eye. Just a little bit. I really like sheer coverage on most of the skin, and then really pinpoint concealing and concealing just where needed. We're gonna go in with brows really fast. So I have the Kosas, ooh, almost dropped it, the Kosas Air Brow, and this one is in brown black. Okay, let's go ahead and just do a quick eye with the soft palette. It's become quickly one of my favorite palettes. So again, if you like that Prada 07 palette, that's very sheer and almost like it's not there. This has a similar feel if you are similar to my coloring. So I think it has a lot to do with the skin tone. Also eye color, because this is really flattering on really dark brown eyes with some red tones in them. Oh, so I'm just taking this color, which is very close to my skin tone. It's gonna cancel out a little bit of redness. There's just a slight hint of an olive tone in there. Just slight, like almost a khaki-ness to it. So I'll do one eye, you can see what I'm talking about. So there it is on the lid, and then I'm gonna go under as well. Okay, so there it is on the eye. I don't know if you can tell, but I can see it just canceled out some redness that I'm usually trying to cancel out with something else, like an eye primer or something like Victoria Beckham's Trench. So it's kind of nice that I can just take this and just brush it under there gently. We're going to take this color, the next one right here, and get a different undertone to it. So that right there, you know, in the crease. Okay, and now we're going to take this deepest shade, very similar to what I did when I think I featured this the first time. Okay, and then let's just take this shade, the lightest shade, and then I'm going to just apply it to the middle. That just brightens the eyes a little bit. And let me just put in a little bit underneath, right under here. Let's get into this mascara. So this is the mascara that came in that cute little bag. And it says it's the Beige mascara in black. I believe there's a brown as well. So let's find out what this is about. It's a mascara that lengthens and curls lashes while also adding volume and definition for instantly enhanced eyes. Long-lasting, clump-free makeup look. So it's got a great applicator here. Okay, so far. Okay, if I don't poke my own eyeball with it. Really nice application. It's a little bit slow, but I can see that it's separating lashes. Really nice lash separation. So it's not clumping them together. I like that. It's also not depositing a whole lot at a time, which is good. Very even on each lash. Just being careful not to end up with the excess on the ends of each lash. Okay, so I'm gonna say it's got a really fine, feathery kind of lash look. Very natural. Very much a lengthening, lifting, separating kind of mascara. And I think this is very consistent with the whole Beige Healthy Glow. Very natural, very effortless. Pretty, it's a pretty lash. I inadvertently got a little bit at the base of my lashes, so it might look like I have an eyeliner, which I do not have. I'm just gonna apply just a little bit underneath. Turned out really nice, but yeah, very natural. So let's test out this blush and Délice with this concealer. I'm taking this CdP Blush Brush. It's a cream blush brush. And let's see how this goes. See how this works with the concealer. Like it feels like there's quite a bit of hydration in here, and like I can feel a cooling sensation when I apply it. So that's why I think this is a little trickier to apply on something with concealer, because maybe if I let it dry a little bit first, let's see. Let me actually get a different brush here. These bristles on this 108 brush, BK Beauty, are a little bit, feel a little bit more fine. It's a bit more tapered as well. So let's try that. Let's apply it, like let it dry a little bit before applying it. That might help eliminate the issue. Okay, so I'm just gonna let it dry on the brush and then see how it applies. Like, I love this look though. It's very effortless looking, very healthy looking. And even though it looks like it won't show up, it does very much shows up on my skin. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I definitely think that's the trick, is to let it dry a little bit before applying it, or else it might lift up any other makeup underneath. Okay, let's try that again. Just gonna need a little bit more. Let it dry. It's interesting how like bright it looks once it's on this brush, and it didn't add anything to it. That's just how it looks when it's picked up. Maybe a little bit more dense, I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely can feel that it's like got moisture in it, so it feels a little bit cool. So this will give me an idea of if it's drier a little bit, depending on how it feels. One other thing we can try is to apply it directly to that spot right there and see if we can apply it from there. I don't know. We're just gonna test this out. So let's go ahead and apply right there, right on top of the dark spot. And then this could not end in disaster. Let's see. Oh yes, that is not the way to do it, because do you see what's happening there? Definitely not the way. So as suspected, this idea, yeah, you can see there that it's poking through the dark spot. Hopefully this is a good lesson in how not to apply this on top of concealer. Okay, so here we're gonna do this magic trick. Now that we've done this, if you haven't seen this magic trick, Water Fresh Tint. If your makeup gets a little bit, like this, where there's an error, but you don't want to start over, take a little bit of the Water Fresh Tint and watch what happens, because it always looks like it's gonna be bad. So if I do this, it will emulsify everything underneath, and then you'll be able to see through all my makeup. And then just keep going, because it will come together, even though it doesn't seem like it will. It kind of just pulls everything apart, and then as it starts to set, it brings everything back together. So if you, this is like actually works for most situations. If there's an error in application, Water Fresh Tint is like a little bit of an eraser of sorts, and that you can kind of start over. Yeah, just keep going. If you haven't tried this, try it, but maybe not like on an important day, but maybe just when you're doing makeup, just to see how it works for you. Because now it's consistent again. So we can start over and not have to do the whole thing. Okay, so let's add a little bit of color corrector again. We'll just need a little bit. Back with a peach. Let that set, letting this blush dry a bit. And we know it doesn't work as a direct application for sure. Just bouncing it very gently. The same over here. Go right over the bridge of the nose. Okay, so that is a blush. That's pretty. It is a bit of work though. Okay, if this does go out of order, I think I go on and on about how I should have picked up Beige Éclatant. But as I was looking for an image, because you'll see images in the thumbnail, I Googled Beige Éclatant and I found my video, because I've featured this before. And I did use it quite a bit here. So that's what happens after 10 years on YouTube and so much makeup. I can't remember what I used and really enjoyed or even didn't enjoy. So it would be interesting to see if I would change my mind about things that I've loved and also not loved over time, because my skin has changed, my aesthetic has changed. So let me know if you want me to revisit things that I either really loved or really didn't love and see what I think about them now. I think that may have happened one other time when I when I feature something by Hourglass saying why didn't I pick it up, and someone reminded me I had picked it up, but it was many years ago that I picked it up. So let me know if you would like that video. But I can't even remember what I've loved that I might not love now, or vice versa. Oh, I almost forgot this, the highlighter, because I don't wear highlighter a lot. And I'm trying to find the brush that it came with. I don't normally wear highlighter, so I don't really have like a dedicated highlighter brush, but I think we'll use the one it came with. So we're gonna go in with this beautiful product. So this is the Lumiere Det. I'm gonna use their brush. So I'm gonna take a little bit. It's so pretty though. This is one of those products that's just like, you don't want to use this because it's so beautiful the way they designed it. Okay, so let's just go along the tops of the cheeks. I feel like I'm not seeing it. So it's not picking up a whole lot, but maybe we don't want it to. Okay, there we go. And as with any powder illuminator, pores, wrinkles, fine lines, anything like that will be emphasized. That's why I typically prefer like a balm type product, like the Victoria Beckham highlighter. If you love that, that would be beautiful. But yeah, you're just gonna see a little bit more Cupid's bow texture. Yeah, you're just gonna see texture because that's what powder highlighter does. But it's beautiful and gold. Okay, don't know how much of my hair you can see here. It's kind of getting long, but I styled it so it's very loose waves. When I run through with the Shark, it's like the brush one, it's blue. So I will blow dry it straight or with like a little bit of a bend. And then once it's dried in that position, when I go through with a Dyson, it doesn't take the curl as well, but I actually like that it's very casual and very loose waves here and a lot of movement. I like that. And also I changed into this linen top because I feel like the whole beige feel is very effortless, a little bit more on the casual side and really fresh. So I wanted to reflect that with my top. I don't know if it's available anymore. This is that top that I waited like almost a year to get because they had sold out and then they restocked, and I don't know if it's in stock anymore, but I will check. I just want to add a little bit of concealer just to this outer corner. When I did look at this in the mirror though, this is very much makeup I wear every day. Not every day. I wear SPF every day, but if it's evening, actually it's close to evening, we're going to go to dinner soon. So I'm gonna actually wear this out to dinner. I actually have some denim cutoff shorts on right now with this. Very casual, very coastal. However, I'm not gonna wear these shorts to dinner. I'll change into something else, I'm not sure what. Oh, and then we're gonna go in with the fragrance, if I remember. This is the Rouge Coco Flash in 280 Sweet. And I believe this is limited edition as well. So I do have two of these 280s now, and I think that I will definitely use it. So I'll probably go through that, like I'll go through Wash Beige. I do have the Chanel Les Exclusives in Beige. I do have this one. So of course, let's put this on with this look, this Le Beige look. Yeah, this one is a very like highly floral when first applied, but then it really mellows out. Beautiful, clean, leans on the floral side though. It's beautiful. We have the final look here, and as I said, we are going out to dinner next, and this is a perfect going out to dinner makeup for me. In fact, I think I might just add a little bit more glow to the eye right here. Just to intensify a little bit of glow here, right in the center, brighten it up just slightly. So that's what I like about something glowy like that. It can really just bring that forward. So let's talk about each one of these products. Of course, I love the Water Freshen. It's been a favorite for years, and you can see why. You can see what you can do with makeup. If you need to fix something quickly, just a little spot, it works as a bit of an eraser of sorts. You can start over. First product that we tried on from this collection was the mascara. This mascara in black is lovely. It really reflects the whole beige, healthy glow look. It's very fresh. I got more lengthening and lifting than anything else. It really separated the lashes nicely. Very natural kind of mascara. So lovely. I still love the volume. I still love a little bit more volume, but for this particular look, I think it's really lovely. If you're wanting to go between a mascara look and the no mascara look, which I don't know if I'll ever get on board with. I love mascara, so this is very minimal mascara for me and works really well on the lower lashes. Then for the blush is tricky. Just the formulation itself is tricky if you've got concealing going on underneath. It has a lot of moisture to it, so it will lift up that concealer. I feel like something like this cream to powder product, the Beige Eclatant, this is a better option if you are interested in that look but don't want to go with a complete powder blush. But with some very strategic application and then waiting for it to dry a little, which is what I found with cream or liquid blush products in general. If I let them dry a little bit and then apply, I don't have as much of what's the word I'm looking for? Not disaster, but I don't have as much trouble where I have to go back and fix it. So if you really want to love this blush, just know it's going to be a bit of work, and then you've got to kind of work with it, let it dry a little before applying it, just so that concealer can stay in place. And then really just be gentle, like bouncing that brush on there to apply it. If you don't have concealer, I think it's probably really beautiful. You can just apply it really easily, probably with your fingertips, like that would be fun, but I can't do that. So I have to try it without concealer. That might be interesting to see how it blurs that area. I don't know, it's got a little bit of glow. It might do that, I've got to try it. But lovely, but it's still a little bit of effort to use that for me, but pretty result. Then for the highlighter, it's pretty. I usually don't go for powder highlighters for a reason, because it does emphasize pores. It doesn't matter how great that powder highlighter is, it just does that because it's a powder highlighter. Again, that's why I go for a balmy highlighter, some more of a texture highlighter kind of idea. But this is pretty. I mean, it's very elegant if you want a gold highlighter. I see more champagne highlighters and rose gold highlighters, not gold. So if you did want a gold highlighter, it is really pretty, very elegant, but using it sparingly for me works best. And then the lip, I have this on in another video because I picked it up separately. It's a little bit more intense than say Wash Beige, which is I think one of my all-time favorite lipsticks now that's limited edition and not available anymore. This one is a little bit more intense, works really well with the soft palette. So if you are interested in this look, I think it's a really easy to wear. I love the formulation anyway. Beautiful lip, nice and hydrating, but I think it pulls the whole thing together. And I think this blush works really well with everything. By the time this posts, I don't even know if it's going to be available anymore. Like I said, I think this really sold it. I thought this was $250 with nothing in it. That's what I thought this bag was. I didn't even realize anything came in there. So to me, it felt like a deal, but when you break down by dollar amount per each item, I do believe it's less than $250-ish. I don't see the individual prices right now. I only see the set, but just based on even if they were like 4 for $60, it's still not $250, but it's close. So it just depends on how much you love Chanel and how much you want this. I just thought it was so cute. Do I need this? No. Was I captivated by the marketing? Yes, I was. So this usually gift with purchase doesn't work on me. I don't need more stuff, but I just thought this was really sweet and I could not resist it. So sometimes they do get me, just like they got me with the denim palette. So let's see what Chanel comes out with next for their marketing and see if they get me. So do let me know if this won you over as well, but it already looks like it's not even available as of the filming of this, but I'm sure once it does become available, it'll be gone. So let me know if you pick this up, what you think of it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But that is it for today's video. So please take care of each other, stay well if you enjoyed this video. If you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.